What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Feezy-built channel. So today we are going to be cleaning up the cowl, getting this thing painted with some trim paint. It's pretty ugly, as you can see. It is beat to hell, and I painted it a long time ago with the improper paint. So I'm going to sand that down, get that all busted up. Then we're going to come over to Civic and we're going to pull the plastic off, because after we paint that, I think we're done painting in here for a while, which I'm stoked about. But after we do that, we'll hang the doors on, and I'm thinking about even getting the hood put on today. I'm not 100% positive, but while I'm waiting on parts, I just want to make some headway. So these are things that we can do, and it would be nice to have all these panels on so that I can start, cutting and buffing them and getting everything ready. Another thing is I can do this by myself, but we might put the tailgate on. And the doors, they have a lot of dust nibs in them. So when we were painting, I had a lot of money at the time, quite honestly, and I thought I was just going to do carbon doors, carbon wide front, just go all out. But we, kind of hit a dry spot. But I did paint match the doors and the fenders. But as they were curing, we opened a door, a bunch of stuff dropped into the paint. We were both heartbroken because they were, honestly, the paint was perfect. But things happen, and we're going to try to fix it, and we will take you guys along with that and try to show you what we do for them. And I'm going to do a little bit more research myself first, but we are going to get them hung on and everything, most of the body panels on. The reason we're leaving the fenders off is because until the motor's in there, if you got your fenders on, you're like constantly leaning on them, you're touching them, you're putting your hands on them. You can get all these like pressure dents all over and just dirty handprints, scratches from your pants, all kinds of stuff. So we're just going to leave those off. That will be like the final thing before we pull it out into the daylight, is the fenders. So, maybe if money permits, we will get the things that I was talking about, carbon doors and carbon wide front. But that's all in the future for now. So I'm going to go ahead and start sanding this stuff down. Probably going to put it on the GoPro so we can do a little time lapse of getting this thing all busted down and some fresh paint on it. And then we can move that guy, get it out of our way. And there's the hood props still hanging there. I don't know how those haven't fallen.
Directly onto the doors?
Huh?
Directly onto the doors?
Yeah.
That'd be a shame, really.
Yeah.
Oh, scratch.
Yeah, so we're going to put those on and, get the hood on there. I don't know. I'll pick back up with you guys when we're actually doing something. Oh, not that side. You don't want to see that side. It's still kind of dirty. So this is not perfect by any means, but as we were going through it, Anthony kind of pointed out that this piece is broken already and it's like cracked. And then I totally forgot that I painted it red back in the day, and that's like Rust-Oleum paint. It's like super hard to get off. So I'm gonna shoot some paint so it's one color for now, and then eventually me and this guy will go to the junkyard and we'll grab a brand new one. Well, not brand new, new to us, and we'll repaint it that doesn't have all this crap going on. But so you got it hanging in our paint booth. This is our new paint booth, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get that done. Then we can pull the blanket off of the engine bay and all the plastic off the chassis and unveil this old girl for the first time in months. So hope you guys are excited. I'll pick back up with you in a second. I'm going to time lapse this on the GoPro because I don't want anything to get on the lens on the Canon and make it not work, and GoPro is durable. So pick back up with you guys in just a second.
Satisfying stuff.
Yeah, I mean, semi. It's kind of boring.
The doors will be. That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah. Alright guys, so we got a couple of cuts painted on that. I'm not going to lie, not perfect at all. But it is all one color and doesn't look as bad. And like I said in the previous clip, we're going to get another one from a junkyard. Do the same thing. Kind of a waste of time, but I want something to put on the car, and I had this, and I'll probably end up throwing it away after we get another one. Right now he's setting up like a little workstation for us, so we have something to do, or somewhere for all our hardware to sit. We got to get a 10 mils out so we can put the hood props on. We got to pull all this stuff off. We have to find somewhere for the tailgate to go.
That would be good.
Yeah. Well, we're going to mount it, but we'll probably just set it out of the way for now. But, yeah, let's get this stuff pulled off the car for now. I think we're alright on that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can I get like 8 hell yeahs back to back?
Grab the other side of it. That's all good. So long. Dang, maybe I should. Dang! She's a pretty girl. Okay, hold on. Let me flip this. The camera, you know, no camera does it justice, but it does show some of the color in there. Oh, Becky. Clearly the inside of the car still red. I don't want to fix it. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to. But, god dang. Ain't she a beaut? Yeah, I know she needs some clear coat recovery. That's just kind of part. This is my first like real paint job that I've ever done. Man, that's awesome. Transition here and everything. I'm baffled. But so I'm gonna kind of set you guys up over here while we put the door on. I'm not gonna put the hinge in right now. It's flopping around in here somewhere, but I remember the P3s on them. They'd been in there for fucking 20 plus years. They were just munched up, so I don't want to put them back in with the munched up hardware and then fight getting them back out, you know? So we'll put the door on, and then we'll take a piece of tape from around the inner part where the window would go, and we'll tape it closed so it's not trying to flop open on us. But that'll be kind of ghetto, but I'm just giving you guys an explanation of why we're doing it like that. And I got new hardware. I got the whole gig. I'll show you guys all that in a second. I'm going to set you up, get everything ready to go, and then maybe we'll have Trin hold the camera or something. That way it's not just being all over the place. But I'll pick back up with you guys. Just want to let you guys know the plan. God, I feel like there was something else that we were going to do. Oh yeah, the hood props. We got to get the hood props on there too. So we're going to get all the hardware, everything out and ready to go so we can just get to working. Alright guys, so about to put the door on. Can't have that on or I'll get copyrighted.
Again?
Yeah, for the 10,000th time. This is the hardware that I'm going to be using. Alright, so anybody can get this stuff at a hardware store. You don't have to buy, I know that people are probably going to rag on me for this, but you don't have to buy Downstar stuff. You don't have to buy any of that hardware. You can make sure you get, you know, grade 8 good hardware. That washer right here, that's called a finish washer. You can get those at, Ace or any hardware store. And just a hex head finish style bolt. And I'm using a rubber washer to back it, right? That's just to keep my paint from chipping. I don't like the idea of sharp metal going against the fresh paint. So we're going to come in here, we're going to hang the door. We are going to get this stuff bolted up. I'm going to go ahead and hand the camera over to Trin. Me and Anthony have to do some crazy maneuvering.
Mildly sketchy.
Come this way, buddy. We gotta come this way.
It's all blocked.
So I have to get past you. Crazy, crazy. Alright, so come switch me.
Like this is. This isn't fucking at all.
Alright, so you really just need to watch that side against the body panel. Right?
Yep.
Come in slow. Yeah, you watch that stuff up there.
You have to tilt it up through the a little bit. A little close. A little higher.
Right there.
I just kinda got my fingers in between this. I can move them out if it's messing with it.
Hell yeah. So, got the door back on. We were fighting it, so I just got recording. I don't want, 5 minutes of struggling. It's kind of a pain in the butt lining these things up because you don't want to chip your paint over there. So, this door is not perfect. Like I said, it's really hard to see on camera, but there's waves. And the reason there's waves is because it's a cut door. And I've never really cared about it. It's just kind of like a toss around door that my buddy hooked me up with. Both of them are. But right now it's dusty, so it's hard to see, but there's nibs all over, like bug, debris, and stuff that ended up getting in this paint. And I'm going to go through how to repair that stuff and correct everything. So inside the car, you can see doors cut. So when the car is actually like moving or in the burnout box or anything, the panel is actually, because it's so long, there's no crease in it anywhere. It's waving with everything that's, vibrating in the chassis from the burnout, from the torque, everything that's going through this little chassis. So that's pretty, to be expected. If you see a lot of these cars, the sport front wheel drive cars with carbon fiber doors, and you come up and look at them in person, you can see it really bad on all the carbon panels. So we're not going to fight that. We're not going to try to do anything to repair it. It matches, it looks good, it's a race car, so we got to come back over here and do the other side. But first, I think we're going to go ahead and put the tailgate on, because I'm just like a kid in a candy store, and I can't wait. I have to have it my way right now, so I don't know if I'm going to record that stuff. The tailgate's right here. You have to use, if you were putting this on your car, you clearly took off the old hardware, but you have to use a shorter bolt than what I actually have available with brand new hardware. And that's fine because you can't really ever see these anyway, so who cares, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get that bolted on, and I'll show you guys the finished result of that.
Merry Christmas to us.
So this also needs a lot of clear coat correction as well, but I think these bolts will work. I can't remember, they might be too long, but we're gonna try them really quick. Anthony's strong, so that'll be all good. All right, Anthony?
What are you blaming me for?
That's right. Okay. So, you're pretty much, you're gonna lift the hood. So, got the hood on. This camera, you can see the imperfections, right? Those aren't even dust nibs. That's where the clear coat actually sank. So we gotta wet sand that out. And like I said before in previous clips, that's not a big deal. That's actually pretty easy to fix. It seems kind of like a lot of work, but it's only about 2 hours of sanding. So you got the door, got the hardware that I was talking about. It's kind of like, you know, Downstar or anything else, like a dress-up kit. It's actually a lot easier to take these off as well when you're like if you do it on the fenders and all that stuff, because when you go to get in with like an extension, a 3/8 extension, it's so wide that you almost chip the door. So like if you do this with all your fender bolts and everything underneath, it seems adverse to what we're used to, but it's way more accessible and easy to service. So door's hung. It's not 100% straight, but it's pretty dang close. You know, once we get the actual hinge or the hook inside here, the latch, I should say, then we can actually properly line it up. Right now it's just kind of dangling, but we got the tape on there to keep it shut. Tail light's just kind of also dangling. We lost hardware for that, moving around and moving into the shop. Those are easy to get. It's another thing you just get from the junkyard. But look at that tailgate, the contrast. It's pretty sweet, huh? I'm stoked on that. The rear glass is sitting over at Anthony's house. The wing is over here somewhere. Actually, it's upstairs. We run a Ccc Racing Wing. It's pretty rad. It's like their outlaw wing, but it needs to be repainted just like everything else did. And the car had been weathered, and this car used to sit outside. You know, it got no love. It was just a race car. Now it's finally getting some attention, but we're waiting on the fenders, like I said previously. Still got to fix the strut forks. They are backwards, but we're gonna get to that. This guy, he helped me get this compliance bushing off. Now, way back in a long, like, I don't even remember what video. I'm not even gonna link it because I don't even remember what video it was. But we fought the hell trying to get one of these things off of here. And today we pulled it out again. This guy was super rusted. We sanded it up. We sat there with some 500, went around it and pulled from both sides, you know, got all the rust off it. But he had a really good idea. So you want to hold this? So the old piece that we had, I think we threw it away because it was garbage. We were fighting getting it off, and I was trying to hit it with a hammer like this to knock it off, and you know, doing all this crap. And Anthony's like, "Why don't you set it down in there to where the vise it's loose? It's not like grabbing it. You know what I'm saying? So this can fall through." And I was like, "I don't know if that'll work or whatever." But hit it with a 5-pound sledge, boom, 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 thing came right out. So if you're ever replacing your compliance bushing, that is the way. If you don't have like a press or an air chisel, like what Anthony was saying, is that little inlet right there is actually for an air chisel. That you would put this in there, same thing I was talking about, hit it with an air chisel and it would hammer it out for you, but we don't have one right now. So got to repaint this, but finally got that, so I can order the compliance bushing. I can order the rest of the parts to put the rest of the lower suspension components together. Stoked on it. So once again,
zoomed. I was trying to widen it up.
Oh, dude, it's like that. It's got a lot of focus on the camera, and it. All right, so the Canon's memory is full, but we got that all knocked apart. Like I said, everything's done. We were pretty stoked with the outcome of what we got done today. The other door isn't on, and the reason that we left that door off is because we're thinking about pulling the good old dashboard out of here and flocking her up and getting rid of all the unnecessary weight. So we still have the blower motor, the AC components, the airbag up there. So that's about 30-40 pounds easy sitting in the dashboard that we can get rid of. And I've always left it because I wasn't sure if I was going to go back to street driving this car, but I think it's pretty clear to all of us now that that's probably not going to happen, unless, you know, you guys want that to happen. And maybe we'll make that happen, but we'll talk about that in the future. But so that's where we're going to leave off for tonight. I hope you guys are excited with the progress. I know that I am. We still need to do the front bumper. It needs a lot of work. I'm talking that's probably going to be 8 hours of work in itself, and it's just rough. It's got a bunch of different paint on it, all kinds of stuff going on. We need to figure out what we want to do until we get a wide front, about ducting everything so we can get the air to the intercooler and not just all, you know, sporadic around the front end. So like I said before, I think we're gonna call it a night. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and comment, let us know what you think. See you on the next one.